Hello everyone, today I'm going to share with you this beautiful pattern for Christmas stocking. They are very easy to make. You need just 10 minutes to make the whole one. We are going to crochet. You can use exactly my stitch or you can use any stitch that you like. Just following these proportions of the boot and then it will be really beautiful. You can use even just simply single crochet or double crochet or half. I will use half double crochet. I really like this ribbing. It reminds me knitting. I think they're really beautiful, and I'm going to make tons of them to decorate my trees. Maybe I will make bigger and also smaller sizes because the pattern is really beautiful and I really love how simple it is to make this one. Normally I don't like to crochet stockings because it takes a lot of time, but all the patterns that I think are quick and easy, I love them. I have another pattern that I put the link in the description box. That is also very simple and very popular among my viewers, and if you didn't watch it yet, please watch because these both patterns are really cute, beautiful and simple. So let's get started. So we are going to start with a slip knot. You can wrap the yarn around your finger and create a loop. Then you just pull the hook inside and pull the two yarn. And we are going to chain more relaxed than usual maybe because I'm going to work into the back stitches to create this chain, and I love how it looks like when you connect the two pieces. Of course you can work into the chain itself if you don't like to work into the back stitches, but I think it worth trying. So just chain more relaxed, not too relaxed, but like this around. Like you don't have to tighten too much on the hook. And we are going to chain 25. So just keep on going until you have 25 chains. Well, right now I have 25 chains. Now I'm going to chain two more, 1 and 2, and then yarn over. We turn our chain to the wrong side, and here we skip these horizontal stitches, 1, 2, 3, and insert into the third one, yarn over, as we are going to make half double crochet. So right now you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, find another back stitch, go straight with the hook, you have 3 yarn and you have 1. As I mentioned before, you can work directly into the chain, it will not change the pattern, just slightly the look of the boot. So you keep going and you must continue until the last stitch. So we have finished row 1. It looks like this, just a row of half double crochet into each stitch. Now I'm going to chain 2, turn my work, and we are going to work into these back stitches in order to create this chain on the other side. So now I'm going to show you. I want to have these ribs on the boot, so I'm going to work into this stitch here. If you see, here is your chain on top, you turn and you have this, looks like a second chain. So 1, 2 directly into the first one, So 1, 2, and it will be the third hook or the third loop, the third chain from the hook or the first stitch. You go directly into the first stitch and just one this closer loop, and you make half double crochet. It's very easy, you just make. But if you don't want to have these chains, these rib stitches, you can work directly half double crochet into each stitch and keep working the whole pattern the same way. Actually, you could choose any stitch, even double crochet, as the pattern will not change if you follow all the proportions. I just like really the half double crochet, and I like to create this chain. I like the rib stitch and it looks more like knitting. So for Christmas, I think it looks really beautiful. It's not difficult. You just keep working, not into the top chain, but if you put your work like that into this lower chain front loop, if we can say. Just here. So you always keep having this chain on the other side. So continue like this until the end of this row. Then I show you how to start the next row. In total we will have 7 rows. So we have a very beautiful pattern. Now we have 2 rows done and we are going to start the third row. You are going to chain 2 as usual. This time the chain must stay on this side. So we are going to work into the back stitches, back loops. So you're going to make 1, 2, this chain 2, and indirectly into the first one. So we don't count chain 2 as a stitch. And you're going to work the only thing is to keep this chain on the same side. That's why this time we are working onto the back loop. And as I mentioned before, you don't have to follow exactly. You can make simply half double crochet into both loops and it will look also very beautiful, I promise. But it's just the look that I want to have, and I will follow this stitch. So I have the 2 chains. So if you put your work like that, you work into the back loops and keep going. So that's the whole thing. You must make, you have to crochet 7 rows. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 rows, so 4 more. The next row you will crochet into these lower stitches, so the chain will go here. So you repeat just row 2 and row 3 until you have 7 rows in total. You can count like this: 1, 2, 3. So keep on going and see you after when you have 7 rows done. So I have finished to crochet 7 rows, and now we are going to crochet this part of the boot. Here we have just 10 stitches, and then we decrease until we have the last row. So we are going to crochet the same way, chain 2, then yarn over. We are creating these chains as well, and I'm going to crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we have finished 8th row. You are going to chain 2, turn your work, and now we are going to make a decrease. A decrease means that you skip the first stitch where you have the chain 2. You are not making half double crochet into the first. So if you count from the hook, you skip 1, 2, 3, and you go into the fourth, and you make 9 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then the next row you may crochet by yourself, because we are going to make 9 half double crochet. It means 1 half double crochet into each stitch. So this time I'm going to crochet into this third chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, because we are not making any decrease. So you will have still 9 stitches after this row. So you make 1 half double crochet into each stitch, and then we are going to see when I start the next row. And now after this row we are going to chain 2, and all the other rows we are going to make a decrease in all the rows. So we are going to skip the first stitch. That means you move directly into the fourth chain. So now after this row you must have 8 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So next row you are going to make again the same decrease. You are skipping the first stitch and going directly to the second. So now you have 7 stitches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have almost finished, so next row, chain 2. Oh, it's hard to see on camera. You have to skip, as usual, the first stitch. 1, Now we are going to crochet the second half. Mostly you will crochet by yourself since it's very similar to the first one, just one row difference. And if you want to have that both sides are same, you have to follow this thing, because otherwise if you just copy and crochet exactly the same as you made the first one, you will have identical two halves that you cannot slip stitch together. So in order to avoid this, if you follow this technique of this stitch, if you have just the different stitch, if you use single crochet or double crochet, you don't have to follow this, because probably you will have identical on both sides and you can just slip stitch together like that, you know. But since I wanted to have these ribs, you have to do this following. You make everything as before. You chain 25 plus 2, then you make a row of half double crochet, and the difference is just this row, so don't be scared. In the first, when we crochet one half, I told you that you have to crochet into this lower chain like this. If you remember, like that, you make your half double crochet. So you had to do like this, so you have the chain here. But when you crochet the second half, and I repeat just this row 2, you have to start to make chain on the side that you are looking at, and you must go directly into the back stitch, back loop, and you must make your first half double crochet. So the chain will be not on this side, but on the side that you look. This chain must look at you. So you make half double crochet into the back loops. Like that. And you have chain on this side, and all the rest is exactly the same as the first, since now all of your chains you will have on the side here, and all the rows you make as you crochet this one, and then you will have that the boot will have two sides. So let me finish this row and then I show you the next row, and after that you crochet by yourself. So I have finished this row. Now I'm going to chain 2, and this time I'm just making that this chain go there. So I make what we did at the first row on the other side. I just go into this chain of stitches. So now I have the two chains together. So it's all the same like the first half. It's just the way we alternate the stitches change. What you did at the first row, you are now doing at the third row. At the second row, now you do at the third row. So and then it's all same. I hope that was clear. If you still have questions, you can join my group on Facebook, so you can write to me personal message or comment. I can explain, but I hope it was really clear. It's just really simple. And then I will have exactly same half that I can join together and have this beautiful boot. So right now I have two parts that are absolutely the same, just I already show you how to make them. And now I'm going to show you how to slip stitch. Actually, that's super easy. We just slip stitch all around and that's it. You're going to put the hook under both loops here and under both loops here. Then insert the yarn and pull through all 4 loops, then chain. And now we are going to take the back loop of this one and just the front loop of the other half. So you have just two loops. And now you're moving again, you're taking not this but this and the one closer, this one. So over and slip stitch, and this way you are going to the whole sock. Like that. That's super easy, I think you can do it. And we meet when I show you how to make these cuffs for the socks. You can also add the honey loop if you want. Just keep on doing all around. Even here, approximately take like, you can no real chains here, but you can take just one yarn from here and try to be even and go all around. I decided to show you a bit here. So basically you just see that the stitches and the yarn looks very similar because we have same stitch. So you just take the 2 opposite yarn and keep on slip stitching like this and this together, and then you can move to these 2, and approximately with watching that the stitch looks pretty, you go. Here I didn't cut the yarn, so just pull a bit the yarn and keep on doing the slip stitches by taking one yarn here and then another one on the opposite side. So we meet when I will be here. So now we are going to crochet this part of the sock, of the boot. You can use contrast color, white color, or golden color, whatever you wish for this part. We need just a bit. So we make a slip stitch, and then I decided to have a length of 10 stitches. You can make it bigger or even shorter. It all depends as you prefer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I'm going to attach the chain to the boot. So just remove this yarn approximately around here and slip stitch the chain. So we are going to make a rib stitch. So right now I slip stitch the chain to the sock, and now I'm going to make 10 single crochet. So insert directly into the chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So right now chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to work into the front loop to create this ribbing. So because we're going to attach this way, you have to create the ribbing. So keep on doing single crochet until the last stitch into these front loops. You must always have 10 stitches. So your cuff length is always the same, so count that you always have 10 or the number you decided for your cuff. And then when you are on this side, you have to always slip stitch it to the sock. So approximately you make like this. And then chain 1, and now you have to crochet into the back loops. So you must always see that you leave this line of stitches on top, so you create this ribbing. So this time we are crocheting into the back loop. So you will alternate crocheting into the front and the back. 1 row front, 1 row back. I think it's super easy. You can see, even if you have here a bit not beautiful, it's okay. Even me, I have, but when you put a bit up like that, then you cannot see them. They will be inside. So if you have other methods to attach the cuff, you can use them. It's just the method that I think is the easiest. And then I show you after I crochet all around how to slip stitch here. Basically we just slip stitch and that's it. And the sock is absolutely ready. So I have crocheted few rows and now we are going to slip stitch. When you just think that is enough, is connecting, you can finish. It doesn't matter if you finish when you are here or here, you have just to slip stitch these two parts. So I have my hook here. And then you just make normal slip stitch. Here you have just 1/2 of the chain and here you take just the front loops. So basically you go here and just 1/2 of the other chain. And that's it, super easy. Go 1/2 and then the other one. So keep on until you arrive to this part, and then your Christmas boot stocking sock is ready. So after that you finish the stocking, and all you need is to put a bit up the cuff so you hide this uh, stitch, like this ugly edge, and then you are ready to use it for your Christmas decoration. Or you can write in the comments below your ideas how to decorate it or make it even prettier. Maybe you can make a snowflake here. I think they are already perfect, but if you have any suggestions, if you are going to use them for your Christmas trees or fireplace, or you are going to try to make them bigger size, you can all share in the comments below, and also join my Facebook group where we can discuss and just share our pictures. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.